never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented.
Good evening, baseball fans. You are here with Ken on Yankees The Ugly Truth. And I'm going to be calling the live play-by-play for tonight's Twins versus the Yankees in the Bronx. There's been some great news. Trent Grisham and Ryan McMahon have been reinstated to the Major League roster and are in our starting lineup tonight. So that should prove to be a stabilizing factor for our team defense. We have Garrett Cole on the bump, facing off against Paredes. And I'm going to go over the lineup. Leading off for the Twins and playing left field is going to be Larnach. At third base will be Lee. Hitting in the 3-hole is going to be Cody Clemens playing second base. At the DH, cleaning up is going to be Josh Bell. Royce Lewis will be at first base, hitting in the 5-hole. Victor Caratini will be behind the dish, hitting in the 6-hole. Kreider will be in center field, hitting in the 7-hole. Tristan Gray will be at shortstop, hitting in the 8-hole. And Luke Keuchel will be in right field, bringing up the rear. On the bump for the Minnesota Twins is going to be Mike Paredes. For our New York Yankees, leading off playing center field will be Trent Grisham, thank God. DHing, hitting out of the 2-hole will be Ben Rice. Hitting in the 3-hole is going to be Jason Dominguez playing right field. Cleaning up will be Cody Bellinger in left field. Hitting out of the 5-hole will be Paul Goldschmidt playing first base. Trent Grisham will be in the 6-hole playing second base. In the 7-hole will be Ryan McMahon, thank God, playing third base. In the 8-hole, a miracle has happened. Jose Caballero will be at shortstop, hitting in the 8-hole. And behind the dish is going to be Austin Wells, bringing up the rear. And on the bump for us is going to be Garrett Cole. And that is your lineup for tonight's game. I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July weekend. As you can tell, I'm wearing my 4th of July Yankee hat. Hopefully that inspires the team and the fan base to be a little bit happy. And I'm going to thank Yanks for Life for being in the stream. Margaret, Susan, Daver, Nancy, and Jonathan. There are more of you out there, but when you chime in, I will give you a shout out. For those that are here, we have an active poll running. Will the return of McMahon and Grisham help stop the bleeding and end this losing streak? So take a moment to drop your vote in our poll. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. As you know, well, Susan, I don't have a great answer for you on that one. I would definitely rather have Jones in right field. That would be the only correction that I'd make to this lineup. However, it is what it is. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. For those of you that are here, as you know, our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 likes. We are currently at 9, so if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. We here are at Yankees Ugly Truth are at 785 subscribers, 5 short of our next milestone of 790. So if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We do live play-by-plays, do shorts, and have open panels where the people in the chat can come up and talk baseball. Hey, Heaven, welcome to the stream. We hosted our last open panel last night, and I think that it was very intuitive and had a lot of great comments, and I believe that the chat appreciated getting the opportunity to speak out. So how are we feeling about tonight's game? First pitch should be at 7:05, so we're right around the corner from that. Welcome, Evan. I'm assuming, Susan, that you're saying that we hope that Dominguez doesn't run into Grisham. I have not, Jonathan. What is the update that I'm not aware of? I just have the sneaking suspicion that this ridiculous losing streak is going to end tonight. How do you guys feel? Well. Chat's awfully quiet. I don't know about the weather where y'all are at, but it is hot as hell here. And Garrett Cole sets. The first pitch is on the way, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Nice 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer from the ace. And the next pitch is on the way, and the changeup is a bit high. Count is 1-1. And Cole sets and fires, and the pitch is on the way. That's going to paint the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Larnack is hitting .291 on the season, 5 home runs, 29 RBIs, and an .817 OPS. Cole sets and fires, and the slider is hammered foul down the first base line. Count remains 1-2. And you could hear active roll call going on at the stadium. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 2-2. Cole sets and fires, and that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. Grab some bench, Trevor, because you're retired via the K looking. Coming up to bat is Brooks Lee. Cole sets and fires. The first pitch is a knuckle curve in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Brooks is hitting .251, 14 home runs, 47 RBIs, 746 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. No, I am not in New York. I am in Virginia Beach, Daver. And the pitch is on the way. This is a bounce to Goldie. He flips it to Cole, and he takes it for the second out. Coming up to bat is Cody Clemens, son of almost Hall of Famer Roger Clemens. DJ Rayburn is our home plate umpire. He has 19 major league seasons under his belt, and he is considered a pitcher-friendly umpire. And Cole sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. So Garrett's got a little bit of humdinger in that four-seamer. Clemens is hitting .241 on the season, 14 home runs, 38 RBIs. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Another 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 1-1. Cole sets and fires, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 1-2. And Garrett sets. Pitch is on the way, and that slider is foul straight back. Count is going to remain 1-2. Cole sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at-bat. Garrett's looking like he's got a little bit of velocity on him tonight. Next pitch is on the way, and the pitch is driven to left center field. And damn it, that one is out of here. A homer to left center field. That is Clemens' 15th home run. It went 403 feet at 102.4 miles an hour. Hey, Kaz, welcome to the stream. And Josh Bell is coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way. And that 98-mile-an-hour fastball paints the bottom of the quarter for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer down low. Count is 1-1. Cole sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled down the third base line. Count is 1-2. Josh Bell is hitting .244 on the season, 11 home runs, 56 RBIs, and a .713 OPS. And Cole sets, pitches on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. And Cole sets, pitches on the way, that is off the plate. Count is 2-2. Cole sets and fires, and that changeup dips out of the strike zone. Count is now full, 3-2. For those of you just joining, we are in the top of the first. There are 2 outs. The Twins lead 1-0 on a Cody Clemens home run. And this pitch is hit, and it is scorched down the right field line. Foul. Count remains. And Cole sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that is going to do it for the Twins in the top of the first. Cole did have 2 strikeouts in the inning, but gave up a solo shot home run. Yankees coming up to bat: Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, and Jason Dominguez. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you haven't, we have an active poll going. We currently have 15 votes. So if you haven't dropped your vote, let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And hey, Beagle Dad, Corky, Nick, yeah, I was surprised you didn't come up last night. For those of you that are here, as you know, our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 likes. We are currently sitting at 12. So if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like and share the channel out. As you know, we here on Yankees The Ugly Truth do live play-by-plays, shorts, and host open panels. We hosted a open panel last night, and I think that there was a lot of good interaction between the chat, folks that came up. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We're at 785 subs, 5 short from our next goal. So if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Hey, Daver. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is a fastball up high. Count is 1-0 on Grishbaum. Grisham's hitting .232 with 8 home runs, 35 RBIs, 747 OPS. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled back down the right field line. That's going to make the stands. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is all the way. And Grisham fouls this one back down the left field side into the stands. Count is 1-2. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup down low. Count is even at deuce, deuce. Paredes sets and fires, and Grisham hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count remains even at deuce, deuce. All right, it's time to get it going on. Come on, Trent. Be the first base runner for the Yankees tonight. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and in. Count is now full on Grisham, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered into right field. It is going, and gone. That is a second deck shot for Grisham. Welcome back. That is Grisham's 9th home run of the season. Went 370 feet at 102.8 miles an hour. Game is tied 1-1. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. He is DHing this evening. And the pitch from Paredes is up. That is a fastball at 94 miles an hour. Count is 1-0. Paredes sets and he fires, and that pitch is called strike 2, and Rice challenges right away. And that call is going to be overturned. It was a ball, so the count is now 2-0 on Rice. New York is going to retain their 2 challenges. Paredes sets and fires, and that fastball is up high. Count is now 3-0 on Rice. Rice is hitting .269 on the season, 23 home runs, 54 RBIs, and a .922 OPS. And Paredes sets, he fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 3-1. Paredes sets and fires. This ball is hammered to right field, but right at Keuchel. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez. Pitch is on the way, and Dominguez fouls the pitch off. Count is 0-1. And And the pitch is on the way, and that is strike two. Count is 0-2 on Dominguez. Next pitch is on the way, and this is skied to right center field. Keachel is going to make the play for the second out. Hey, James, welcome to the stream. He is a pitcher-friendly umpire. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, hitting .254 on the season, 11 home runs, 49 RBIs, 785 OPS. And Brady sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is way off the plate. Count is 2-0 on Belly. And Brady sets and fires, and the changeup is down low. Count is now 3-0 on Bellinger. Next pitch is on the way, and that is inside for ball 4. And that is going to be a 4-pitch walk to Bellinger. And they are challenging this one. Caratini is right. The call is overturned, so the count is 3-1. And Brady sets and fires, and this one is hammered into right field, but Keachel is going to go down to his knees and make the play for the third out. Keachel makes all 3 putouts in this inning. Coming up to bat for the Twins in the top of the second is going to be Royce Lewis, Victor Caratini, and blah, blah, blah. Ryan Kreider. Let's go take a look at today's scoreboard. The first game of the day was the Cardinals facing off against the Cubs, and they beat the Cubs 17-1. In the bottom of the third, the Nationals lead the Pirates 2-0. As you know, heading into the top of the second, Yankees and Twins are tied up at 1. In the bottom of the first, the Orioles have a 1-0 lead on the Reds. In the top of 2, there is no score in the White Sox Guardians game, and there is no score in the Mets and Braves game. Next game start is going to be at 8:10. So we're talking about 40 minutes away. And that's our active scoreboard at this time. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 16 votes. Thank you for everybody who has participated. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. As you know, our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 likes. We are currently at 12, 18 away from our goal. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. I want to thank Mitch from Hardcore Sports for simulcasting this live play-by-play. And Cole sets. The first pitch is on the way. And the four-seamer is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Cole sets and fires, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Cole sets and he fires. The fastball is off the plate. All right. Thank you, Chapeau. Appreciate that. All right. We are at 13 likes. And Lewis takes time out. Count is 1-2. And Garrett sets. Pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is 2-2. Cole sets and fires, and the slider is just fouled off, so Royce stays alive. Count remains even at 2-2. Next pitch is on the way. The fastball is down low. Count goes to 3-2. Cole is at 30 pitches. Pitch is on the way, and this is driven to left center field. It bounces off the wall. Grisham fills it and gets it back in, and that is going to be a stand-up double for Lewis. Well, Max is a friend of mine. He has his style of play-by-play, and I think it's good. I was part of his main core stream for about 3 years until I started calling play-by-plays myself. Coming up to bat is Victor Caratini. First pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer catches the inside portion of the plate. Call, strike one, count is 0-1. Caratini is hitting .239 on the season, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs, and a .711 OPS. And Cole sets and fires that fastball, paints the outside portion of the plate for call, strike two. Count is 0-2. Well, thank you, Chapeau. And the pitch is on the way. And Caratini checks his swing. Count is 1-2. Cole sets. He checks on the runner at second, and the pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the third base line. Count is 1-2. One of the players that has been talked about Yankees trying to acquire is Ryan Jeffers, and he is still on the IL. Pitch is on the way, and this is an elevator shaft home run to the shallow right field. Dominguez makes the play, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Well, at least Dominguez did not run over Jazz this time, so great play. Coming up to bat is Kreider, hitting .279 on the season, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs, and an .844 OPS. Apparently, Ryan Jeffers is starting his rehab tonight. Hey, Brandon. First pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Cabrera. He sets and fires across the diamond to Goldschmidt. That is going to be the second out. Runner is going to advance to third, so Lewis is going to be at third with 2 outs. And Tristan Gray is coming up to bat. It was an off day. First pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call, strike one. But I did have an open panel. I hear you, Susan. Next pitch is on the way, and the changeup is foul. Straight back. Count is 0-2 on Gray. Gray's hitting .232 on the season, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .616 OPS. Ed Garrett sets. Ed, he fires. The pitch is inside. Count is 1-2.
I'm going to get my stuff from the house.
All right, come here.
Nobody answer the front door.
All right.
Let's go, Yankees.
That's all right, baby. Get your stuff in.
This is from the antique store.
All right. And Cole sets and fires, and the pitch is foul. Straight back. Count remains 1-2. Love you. No, she said, let's go Yankees. And the pitch is on the way, and Gray waves at the pitch inside for call, strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Twins in the top of the third. They're going to leave a runner stranded at second. Coming up to bat is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Ryan McMahon. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 16 votes, so let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Thank you for those of you who have participated. As you know, our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 likes. We are currently at 13, 17 away from our goal. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Additionally, we here at the Yankees, The Ugly Truth are at 785 subscribers. Our next milestone is 790, so we're 5 away from that one. If you're not a member of the Yankees, The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We do live play-by-plays almost daily. I drop a lot of shorts, and I host open panels where people from the chat can come up and talk baseball. Our last open panel was last night, and I think all had a good time. So if these things appeal to you, Yankees, The Ugly Truth may be the place. I hadn't touched it. I don't know. So if these things appeal to you, Yankees, The Ugly Truth may be the place for you. Please consider subscribing. And let's see. Garrett Cole has come out, gave up a solo shot home run in the first inning, gave up a double last inning, was able to strand the runner in true Cole traditional fashion. Trent Grisham led the game off with a solo shot home run. And we are heading to the bottom of the second. So we'll see what's going on now. And Paredes sets. First pitch is on the way, and Goldie swings and misses at the cutter. Count is 0-1. And Paredes sets. It fires. That fastball is off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Goldschmidt is hitting .278 on the season, 14 homers, 41 RBIs, 867 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls this one down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is way inside. Count is going to be evened at 2-2. Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. Kreider is backing up, and he is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. Jazz is hitting .225 on the season, 12 home runs, 33 RBIs, and a .708 OPS. And the next pitch is on the way. The fastball is up and in. Count is 1-1. Paredes sets. The pitch is on the way, and this is an elevator shaft home run. And it looks like Clemens is tracking it, and he is going to make the play in shallow right field for the second out. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, hitting .210 on the season. 8 home runs, 23 RBIs, and a .629 OPS. This season, McMahon has shown incredible power to left field. First pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings over the top of the sweeper. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off himself. McMahon is down on his knee. Count is 1-2. And the trader at Boot are talking to McMahon. Basically, he's telling him to go back to the dugout because he's not coming out of the game. And McMahon is back in the box. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is Hammered foul down the first base line. Count remains 1-2. Brady sets and he fires, and that changeup is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Brady sets and fires, and this ball is grounded up the middle. Gray is waiting on it. He sets, fires to Lewis, and that is going to do it for the Yankees. Coming up in the top of the three is going to be Keachel, Larnach, and Lee. 9-1-2. And let's take a look at the active scoreboard. Currently, the Nationals are leading the Pirates 5-1 in the top of the fourth. As you know, heading to the top of the second, this game is locked up at ones. In the bottom of the second, the Orioles have a 1-0 lead on the Reds. In the bottom of the third, the Guardians and White Sox have no score. And in the bottom of the second, the Braves have a 2-0 lead on the Mets. Go figure. And that's your active scoreboard at this time. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We are at 17 votes. Thank you for those who have voted. If you are not blah, 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 please let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Currently, we are at 15 likes. Our goal is 30 for every live play-by-play, and we are 15 away from that goal. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, ring the bell, and share the channel out. Your support is most appreciated. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. It's free, and we call live play-by-plays here every day. I drop shorts damn near daily, and I host open panels where fans are invited up from the chat to come up and talk a little bit of baseball. Our last open panel was last night on our day off, and it was a good event. A lot of good information passed back and forth, a little bit of frustration. And Cole sets and he fires. The first pitch is a four-seamer down low. Count is 1-0. Keachel is hitting .246 with 3 home runs, 25 RBIs. And the pitch is on the way, and this is fouled down the third base line just barely. Count is 1-1. Hey, Sawdust. Well, he is not in the lineup tonight. And Cole sets and fires, and this ball is a lollipop loop to Jazz Chisholm. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. Cole is at 44 pitches. Coming up to bat is Trevor Larnach, 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. First pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the top of the strike zone. Call strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider's down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Cole sets and he fires. The changeup is down low. Count is 2-1. Pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the outside corner. Count is evened at deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count remains 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. Grisham is going to take a couple steps in, tracking it, and he makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Brooks Lee, 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out in his first plate appearance. First pitch is on the way, and that is outside. Count is 1-0. Cole sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the ball is not check swing, so that is call, strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Lee. And Cole sets and fires. That pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. And Cole sets, pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is going to do it for the Twins in the top of the third. Coming up to bat is going to be Jose Caballero, Austin Wells, and Trent Grisham. All right. Talking about diapers. Not sure why, but all right. It is what it is. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 18 votes. 18 votes in our active poll. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. As you know, our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 We are currently at 15, so we're 15 short of our goal. That's what it's showing. I'm not understanding why, Daver. I guess when they come back, they'll tell us what's going on. With Rodad going on the IL, it looks like Brendan Beck will be taking his start tomorrow. So there's going to be a roster move. I believe it has to be a position player that moves out. So Lord knows who it's going to be. Well, let's take a look at the scoreboard while we're waiting for the broadcast to return. Earlier today, the Cardinals hammered the Cubs 17-1. In the bottom of the fourth, the Nationals have a 5-1 lead on the Pirates. Here in the Bronx, the Yankees and Twins are locked up at ones. Orioles have a 1-0 lead on the Reds in the top of the third. The Guardians have a 1-0 lead on the White Sox in the top of the fourth. In the bottom of the second, the Braves are leading the Mets 2-0. And that's your active scoreboard at this time. And the Rays will be playing the Astros at 8:15. I hate rooting for the Astros. However, I'll do what I got to. Hey, Jason, welcome to the stream. And they have moved this game into a rain delay. So with that being said, we'll do an impromptu open panel. So anybody who wants to come up and talk baseball, hit the link and I will bring you up. And we will resume the game play-by-play as soon as the tarp comes off the field. All right, there's an open invitation. Our voice is active, so we can come up. You don't even have to have your camera on. You can just talk. As we go into this rain delay, The score is 1-1. We are in the bottom of the third. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero when the game resumes, Austin Wells, and Trent Grisham. I will actually be attending a Yankee game on the 25th of July in Philadelphia. Is there any chance of a trade for Luke Weaver with the Mets? Well, the Mets are a hot mess, and I'd believe that they will be moving people at the trade deadline. I think if the Mets were to get right, the first thing they need to do is fire David Stearns, since he put together this hot mess that's called the Mets. I don't think he's actually had a good, successful move as the general manager coming in. And like I said, I've got a link dropped. Anyone who wants to come up and talk baseball, just hit the link and I'll bring you up. Currently, the Twins have 1 run on 2 hits, a solo hot shot home run by Cody Clemens, and a double by Royce Lewis. And for the Yankees have 1 hit, and that is a solo shot leadoff home run by Trent Grisham. So welcome back to the majors. Thank God you're here. My question to you, Susan, is why would you want Luke Weaver back? There was lightning. There is rain inbound to the stadium. So hence they put the tarp on the field. Hopefully this delay is not a long one, because I sure would hate to lose our starting pitcher right off the bat. Although if we lose our starter, they lose theirs. And they have an extremely bad bullpen. Their bullpen ERA is over 5. And like I said, there is a link for anybody who wants to come and talk baseball to come up. All you have to do is hit the link. We had an open panel last night. Did pretty well. A lot of folks got in there and got to talk baseball. Had some guests come up. So don't be shy, because I don't bite. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, drop your vote in our active poll. We are currently at 16 likes. Our goal for every live play-by-play is 30, so we're 14 away. If you haven't, please ring the bell, hit the like, and share the channel out. We here at Yankees The Ugly Truth. And we are at 785 subscribers. And it looks like Cape Verde has tied the matchup with Argentina at 1-1. Messier scored the first game. Nope, not frozen. Have an active link there for anyone to come up and talk baseball. So everyone is invited. What catcher? Well, there's been several lines of thought on that. One of them is the catcher here in Minnesota. He has been injured, hamate bone surgery, and started his first rehab game tonight. Although, me personally, I wouldn't trust that. There's been talk about a minor league catcher from the Cardinals organization by the name of Leo Burnell, who is a switch hitter with power on both sides of the plate, decent batting average, is a plus defender. So he could certainly be an option. There is the catcher from the Colorado Rockies, although a lot of Yankees fans are gun shy on picking him up. And another possibility, if the Rangers continue to falter and open up their team for a fire sale, Kyle Higashioka could be available. And Susan's question, who do you think Cash can go to for bullpen help? Well, I'll tell you what. My son John is a huge Diamondbacks fan, and he and I watched damn near every game that they put out. And former Yankee Jonathan Loaisiga has been locking it down for the D-backs. Well, the catcher from the Rockies actually has better road splits than he does home splits at Coors Field. He has, I believe, 27 home runs, and he is demonstrating a lot of power away from Coors Field. Regardless, any catcher that we bring in, I do not believe will replace Wells. They'll become a backup. The point being, or reason being, is that the trade deadline is about 6 weeks before the end of the season, and a new catcher coming in, say from the Rockies, would have to learn 13 pitchers, the starters and the bullpen. In addition to that, he'd be transitioning from the National to the American League, so he'd actually have to learn the hitters in the American League. So how do you guys and gals out there feel about the possibility of moving Jazz Chisholm at the trade deadline? All right, let's see. Daver says, please do. Beagle Dad says, dump him. So it seems like some people are definitely in favor of moving on from Jazz. So for those of you that are in New York, how long do they anticipate that this rain delay is going to be? Yep, Beagle, that's why I keep dropping links. Jazz actually has value as a trade prospect. Hey, Joey, welcome to the stream. Currently in a rain delay, I've opened up the floor for anybody who wants to come up and talk baseball. I just dropped the link. Been fielding some questions about possible catchers that the Yankees could be pursuing prior to the trade deadline. Okay. I think the word lightning or thunder tends to put a lot of people on pause. I know that here in Virginia Beach, it is hot as balls. You step outside, and it's like the air is sucked out of your lungs. It's been in the hundreds, and we're not supposed to get any relief until Tuesday. All right. Cool. Yep, I am in Virginia Beach. Well, I lived in New York several times, but now I am back here in Va Beach. Hopefully this rain delay is not that long. I'd like to see Cole come out and give us a little bit more length during this shitty 7-game losing streak. We've had to use a lot of bullpen. So hence, it'd be nice for us to not have to tax them right out the gates coming up against the Twins. Well, that sounds very comfortable, James. Joey, Big G has started running activities. He has been constantly hitting off the trajectory machine. All indications he is not going to require a rehab start. So you could see him back as early as 10 days. Hey, NFE, welcome to the stream. What do you know? Are you calling the play-by-play? Yeah, might as well. Boone's the blame guy for everybody. And let's see, Chef Nick is here. Yeah, I see your finger pointed at me.
It's about to. Okay, here we go. We're good. We're good to go, right, Ken?
Yep.
How you doing, my friend? How are you?
Well, I would love for this shit to come out of rain delay
Yeah,
and
that'd be nice.
get to it.
Love it, man. Good to see you as always. I really want. Oh, holy no, baby! Woo! We got Jason the Sensation right down below me, baby. That's what she said. No, Ken. I just want before I do an intro for Jason, I just want to say, Ken, in regards to just before too, I saw you in the chat with me and Joe on NY Yankee Mania. Like I did talk about a lot of things with Boone. It wasn't like the generalist, like the general type of complaints. It was more in depth. I don't know if you saw that, but I wanted to ask your
I did
opinions on that. Oh, you did. No, well, I wanted to ask your opinions in regards to that. It wasn't more or less like, okay, well, the typical we got to fire Boone, we got to fire Cashman. It was more or less like behind the scenes type of talk. So, like we get tired of just saying the bottom of the lineup, the top of the lineup, the bullpen, the starting rotation, fire this, fire that. But why don't we just go in depth in regards to that? Like what do you like with leadership and everything? Like with the ship that's either sinking or just bobbing like a cork on just like the Titanic when it sank. Like I want to hear your thoughts with that.
Well, personally, a manager in Major League Baseball is the fall guy for everything that's screwed up.
Okay.
We have had an inordinate amount of errors on this team that have resulted in a crap load of unearned runs. We are playing with replacement players, and a lot of those replacement players are playing out of position.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fixation is with Volpe at shortstop constantly, but when Volpe is at shortstop, he displaces two other players, which weakens our defense. Jose Caballero is a fantastic ball player who is an infielder. Face it, he is not a left fielder, center fielder, or a right fielder. Since Volpe has come back, Caballero has played shortstop 5 games in 18. When Caballero went on the IL, he was 5 defensive runs saved per game. He was the best in baseball, better than Gunnar Henderson, better than Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay.
So we replaced the best shortstop in baseball. A lot of people are like, oh, he's a utility player. Well, guess what? Everybody's a utility player until they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Caballero was hitting 279 and locking it down. When the Yankees had Caballero and Jazz as a 1-2 double play combination, we were the second best team in baseball with regard to completing double plays. Now, with Volpe and Jazz, we're the second worst. Now, tell me, what changed? Volpe demonstrates poor footwork. If you look at his play, he is backing up on balls quite often. His arm is weak and he has a slow release. That's why we're not completing double plays.
Mm-hmm.
And the secondary thing is if you record 1 out, it's not an error, but it costs the team.
Yes.
Then you play a shortstop in left field who is great at throwing from shortstop to first base, but he's not so awesome at throwing from left field to home plate. So all his throws are offline. You look at a professional like Cody Bellinger, when Bellinger is playing left field, well, he guns more people than you can shake a stick at. So I don't really hold Boone accountable for who I think I should hold accountable is the analytics department, because I don't truly believe that Boone actually has control of his lineup. Some of these crazy lineups and some of the crazy hitting things where they're swinging at first pitches always is not something that the Yankees normally do. And that's an input from somewhere. And like I said, analytics is my belief.
With that, I on 5 o'clock live on NY Yankee Mania. Before Joe interrupted me, I don't know if he's still here, but he did. But I was going to bring that to a point where the fact that analytics has a lot to do with that, especially with Boone, what he's doing right now. But going back to Boone himself, like with let's just like his leadership role with the team, especially with the comments that he's been saying like afterwards too. Like, do you think that's something that the fans would be like, is this good enough for us? Like, what are you saying? Like, he said a lot. He said a lot in this past couple of weeks where it's like whether it's Wells moving the needle or the Yankees have been doing good this past 7 games, even though we have a 7-game losing streak. Look, I'm not stating pretty much my opinions. It's fact. He said this, but and I'm not putting any blame on him. I'm just sort of like pointing out his character, his leadership, where it's like, do you think that this is a good way to go in regards to how it translates to the players on the field, that sort of thing?
Well, personally, you had a manager in Joe Girardi that everybody seems to love and want back.
Okay.
But he got his ass canned out of New York because he would run players over in the media. He was a freaking bully.
Okay.
Boone is not that guy. Boone is not going to tell his boss, well, I'm screwed because you jackasses aren't making the right moves. And basically with analytics, it seems like Boone's hands and legs are tied behind his back, and you're expecting him to go out and win freaking 75% of the games.
Well, you said Joe Girardi's a bully. Like when you say that, is that because he's too tough, or is he just? It's different in regards to being a bully, where he tries to pretty much for him to make his players at the time, like Gary Sanchez. I mean, Gary Sanchez had a problem with him. So, but is he too tough, or is he just being like a bad manager? I don't know. I mean,
well, all right. We'll put it this way. We'll throw this one out at you.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Boone, or not Aaron Boone, Joe Girardi, after he was not tendered a contract with the Yankees, was signed by the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes.
He went in with his bullshit mentality and ended up getting fired.
True. Okay.
Rob Thompson, a former another Yankee guy, ended up taking the helm. And what happened to the Phillies? Oh, they went to the World Series and did what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they won. Girardi follows a managing style, in my personal opinion, that is similar to Billy Martin.
Okay.
Short man complex. Always angry about everything. How many times did Martin get fired from the Yankees?
A lot.
4?
Yeah.
The bully mentality only works in short stints. It is not something that is sustainable. And that's why Martin kept getting changed. And that's why I believe that the Yankees moved on from Girardi.
Do you think Joe Torre was a bully?
No, not at all.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he had an excellent bench coach that helped him out in Don Mattingly.
Mm-hmm.
And he had Zimmerman too. Both class baseball players, class managers, class acts. I don't think that Brad Ausmus is as great a support tool for Boone. But Ausmus is a former catcher. He understands management of the bullpen, and he helps Boone out in that way. So, I mean, everybody's contributing one way or another. But if you go to these other channels, a lot of them run with the talking points that, everything's screwed up because of Boone. Well, no, it's not. It's because we have Stanton, Judge, Grisham, McMahon, your core of your team, sitting on the IL. You look at pitchers. We signed Max Fried last year. Max Fried was holding it down for us, and then he went on the IL. So we've never had Cole and Freed together in the same rotation.
Yeah. Before I go to Jason, especially with him being a big Bobby Bonilla fan and Keith Van Horn fan.
Oh yeah.
Before I get to that, Jason, I just want
Did he just get his check?
Yeah.
He just got his $1 billion check.
Yeah, his pension check. Yeah, that's right. He's living the life. That's right. Just like a movie star. Maria, Maria. As a song, by the way.
Hollywood, yeah.
So, like, in regards to Joe Torre, let's just say, like, do you remember one time where he got mad at Tanyan Sturtz because he threw like towards the wrong baseline, and then I forgot what it was, man. It was like back in like 2004, 2005. But Joe Torre, this is the first time I saw Joe Torre getting angry. He drove the bat on the ground and he got mad at Tanyan Sturtz, who was a former Devil Ray, of course. But that's something that's like Tanyan Sturtz, when he saw that, I don't want to say he got in line, he got like checked out, but like but he did well after that. But even the same thing too, I don't want to bring up a different type of league, but the Knicks too, like when Tyler Cole, like I said this plenty of times, when Mike Brown called him out in a specific way, he did better the next time around. It translates to Aaron Boone, like is there a limitations where it's like what you can do because of analytics, especially what character that you have? And I'm not saying like stats to like who you bring up instead of Hendrick, but you bring up Duvall, or like you don't bring up Goldschmidt, but you bring up Rosario, whatever. But with your character too, like analytics itself, does that sort of like hold you down in itself? Because this is what I brought up too. It's like this is very important too with Aaron Boone. It's like if you're not going to show that type of leadership on your own character, how is it going to translate on the field with your players? So does that have something to do with that? I mean, I don't know, because I'm like a little confused in like with that aspect, character versus chemistry versus on the field politics.
Is that for Jason?
Either or. Whoever.
Well, if you look at the older school managers like Girardi, Torrey, they didn't have to deal with analytics. That shit didn't exist.
Yeah.
So their hands weren't tied. They were actually able to manage the team. With regard to character and leadership, nobody, beat writers, people here, know what's going on behind the scenes in the locker room. Boone could have them naked in the showers throwing bats at him. You don't know. He could be screaming at him. He could grab freaking Volpe and stuff him in a locker. We don't know that because they don't talk to the press. And I mean, you look in the modern world today. I was a Master Chief in the Navy. We would get together in the wardroom or the chief's mess, and we would go over whatever the plan was, if we were going to do an inspection or whatnot, or going on deployment for combat.
Mm-hmm.
We would all have our say. We would do our thing. When we walked out of that room to present the plan to the troops, we were all in lockstep. You might not agree with everything that happened, but the boss is still the boss. And when you look at Boone is a cog in the machine. He is not the boss. The boss dictates what he can and can't say. And his character in general, I don't see him as a guy who ever throws anybody under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
In the military, when you had a screw up, you didn't blast them in public. You blasted them in private.
Okay.
And that all contributes to good order and morale
Hey, Jason.
How's it going? Good to see you guys.
So tell us about your feelings about the Mets organization as a whole.
Jason. Put you on the spot.
Well, I got a lot to say, but I'm not going to lay it all out now. I'm just going to go to the main point. I'm just going to say David Stearns is a fraud, and he should be exiled into the mountains of the Rocky Mountains. But apparently, according to Steve Cohen, he's going to stay the remainder of his contract and not go anywhere for the next 2.5 years and still be the president of baseball operations. So lovely. But in order to make things better, David Stearns should be fired, and we should bring in a guy who actually knows what the fuck he's doing. That's what I think we should do.
Well, as badly as the Mets are playing, do you think they're going to have a fire sale at the trade deadline? They've already moved Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do you see as possibly getting moved?
I could see Kodai Senga getting traded. I could see Huascar Brazaban, who's been a great reliever for us.
Yeah.
I could see, I mean, I hate to say it, but maybe even Luke Weaver. I hate to say it, he's been great, but I hate to do it. But, you know, I think Luke Weaver might have a good chance of getting traded at the deadline.
Okay. And where do you feel the Mets need help at? If they're going to move these players, where are they going? And what are they trying to get?
They need more starting pitching, definitely more depth in the starting rotation. Freddie Peralta, what a disaster he's been. 5-inning Freddie, 10 runs allowed Freddie. I mean, this guy's been nothing but a total disaster ever since he came to Queens, and I think he could be traded too, honestly. And at the deadline, you know, there is a possibility that Stearns might get a guy that can be here for the next 2-3 years. Not just a rental, but a guy that could stay. Like a guy like Reed Detmers, I heard, is a possibility from the Angels. Someone else if they want to go down that route. But, yeah, no, they definitely need more starting pitching for sure.
So, big question for Jason and Ken. Why can the Mets fire Mendoza, change? But in that respect, there might be some points that I might learn right here, but why can't the Yankees do that as well? Not Cashman, not Boone, because obviously they want Boone's head. I don't, because it's not going to happen. It's almost like a lifetime warranty on a car lease. So that's not going to happen. He's going to be a Yankee forever. But how about James Rawson? And I brought this up too. And I want to know about this too. How about James Rawson, the hitting coach, and his two assistants? Why are their heads not on the table where it's like, you know what? They're still here. And he has two assistants to help him out. Is there politics involved? Is there analytics involved? I definitely want to know this because I want to learn from this. It's like we had a lot of great hitting coaches and they never got fired. You know, they got released or they retired. But correct me if I'm wrong, but why is not that's not happening right now? So especially at this time too, we saw this. And again, Ken and Jason too. I don't want to say running it back because sometimes people get angry with that, but it's familiar territory. So why is that not happening or talks? It's almost like Cashman and Boone, not James Rawson. That's something that I want to hear.
Well, with regard to the Mets manager, they should have fired him in the offseason. They basically cut his legs out from under him. They took his entire coaching staff and fired everybody.
Very true.
They hired a bunch of people that he didn't know, didn't have compatibility with. Certainly, they weren't in lockstep with him with his plan for the team. So they should have just axed him last year. That's why they fired him now, because it's Mendoza's fault that Luis Robert, the big money guy that they traded for, has been on the IL most of the season, although he's been that way his entire damn career. If the analytics department would have looked at Freddie Peralta, they would have seen that he is managing 5 1/3 innings for the last 2 seasons. And when he faced up against serious competition in the postseason, he got his ass handed to him.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, Stearns pulled that trigger, and he traded some real prospects to bring him in on a short-term contract. With regard to James Rawson, I don't have a solid answer, but what I suspect is his hands are also being tied by analytics. There are a lot of smart guys that work in our analytics department that can analyze numbers and bean count with the best of them. What they don't have is corporate baseball knowledge. They don't know how to interpret data into actual on-field productivity.
Ken, that's insane, man. That really is. Like if someone like in my field said, "Oh, we have analytics for your cooking field," I'll tell them to F off, man. Like I don't know. I got to watch my mouth too. But I have to tell, I'll tell them, like, I don't want to hear about analytics about what I can cook and what I can't. Like, I would put my foot down. But I get it, though. If you're on a contract, like if Boone's on or Rawson's on a contract in regards to analytics, I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Like you said too, Ken, like if something happens along those lines where it's like, no, you're going to be the manager, but you have only, let's just say 45% of a managerial type of like output to say, but then the rest is analytics. Well, that's something I would never do. For me personally, I would never do, but I don't know. I'm just speaking hypothetically, but that's like really, it's really messed up, man. That really is, even with like the coaches and stuff like that. If we're going deep into that, then that's insane.
I personally feel that analytics has its spot in baseball, not as extensively as the Yankees use it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the analytics should trend more so towards which players you're developing, how they're progressing through the leagues, potential playability at the major league level. I would never, ever dictate a lineup based off of analytics. However, that's the world that the Yankees choose to live in at this point.
Yeah.
And if you look at the teams, you compare Girardi's team to Torrey's team to Boone's team. Girardi took over basically a team with 5 Hall of Famers on it and proceeded to run that team into the dirt, pulling off his 1 World Series championship. The teams that Boone has had haven't had half the talent that the Torrey teams had. This may actually be the best team that the Yankees have fielded under Boone's leadership. And he's being hamstrung with injuries right now. If you look at any other major league team and take out a player of Max Fried's caliber, a player of Aaron Judge, the best hitter in baseball, you take Stanton out, you take a solid center fielder who is Captain Clutch and produces a shitload of runs for your team, a lockdown defensive third baseman that is probably one of the best in baseball. You cut that team's legs out from under him, you tell me, how are they going to perform?
Well, Stanton doesn't have any legs.
Well, he has one good leg, the other one not so sure.
Oh, I love it. I know what you're talking about. Oh, PGR, I love it. Jason, I just want to get to your point too. Peterson getting traded. Fan favorite from the Mets too. Like, what do you feel about that, man? In regards to that?
Yeah, I think they had to get rid of him. He was just too much of a, terrible pitcher to not get rid of him at that point. I mean, he pitched today with the Cubs. He allowed 10 runs. So that's pretty much all you could say about David Peterson. Not even the Cubs can fix him. And
I was being sarcastic, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, I could tell. You knew I hated him from the start.
I know, yeah.
Like the one that
Actually, they gave up 17 runs today.
Nice.
They got swatted 17-1.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Way to go,
David ugly game.
Way to go. Yep.
I love it. Oh,
they made the Cardinals look like the Bronx Bombers.
Oh, the Mets. I love it. Oh man, yeah. I just I would never ever, and of course, guys, like anyone that's on Ken the Ugly Truth stream, or even you, Ken, Jason, of course, like you would never ever see me talk bad about the Yankees. Never ever insult them. I will always call it down the line. Always be sort of tough, like have this logical sense. Um, but right now, I mean, I don't know. I really can't have the benefit of the doubt of like, well, they're doing great. I mean, I don't have any stats in front of me to do that. I don't have anything to like anything from like Walgreens to like, to refill like in the pharmacy section and be like, oh, here's a pill that the Yankees are going to do great. Take it in, and then just be part of this sheep mentality. I will never be that. But like, I just think that right now it's a bad time. Am I concerned? Yes. Am I panicked? No, I am not. But like I said before on NY Yankee Mania on Joe's stream, it's just like I said my piece, and look, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna double down or like pretty much just go back and forth. I'm gonna say it. I said it live, and that's it. But I just think that right now it's a crucial time. I don't care about this June swoon, summer swoon. It happens right now. What's most important is what happens right now. I don't care about what happens when like Big B comes back, Judge comes back. That's great, but I don't care about that right now. I don't care about what happens at the trade deadline. I care about what happens right now. That's the most important thing, because you don't know what's going to happen in a month. You don't know what's going to happen at the end of the month too. So it's hard to gauge that. So like, I mean, like what can you say? It's like, are they going in a rut? Are they going into a type of thing where it's like they don't know what they're doing because they have too many cooks in the kitchen and no chef? I don't know. It's like there's no one in charge right now. It's a mess. I just really hope right now, at least for tonight, if they play, that they can win, get on a winning streak, a 1-game winning streak, and take it from there. I'm always going to, have healthy, logical thoughts, not positive thoughts, because positive thoughts and words are always great in Valentine's Day cards and poems, but I'm always thinking about action. So whatever the Yankees can do right now, then I'm for it. I'll always be rooting for them and cheering for them. But right now, it's not looking good. Not looking good.
Joe sent me a text message that says that the tarp is coming off the field.
Oh, nice. Okay, Joe.
So we should be resuming the game shortly. With regard to the Yankees,
yeah,
they're still 10 games over 500, having lost 7 in a row. If you look at it, they have the second best record in the AL. So is it time to panic? No, I've never been a panicker to begin with. I've been more of an evaluation guy and looking for things that could prove, change. Negativity, I mean, I guess I would consider myself an extreme optimist with my life's experience and whatnot. And seriously, in combat, getting shot at and whatnot, compared to baseball.
Well, obviously, yeah.
I'm not going to lose my mind about it.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. Ken, Jason, I want definitely want to hear from you, but like same here, man. I don't want the Yankees what to do right now to dictate my life. I have a lot going on right now, like just working 23, 24 hours. It's not being shot at, but it's just life in the kitchen is tough. I'm not going to compare that to anything else, but of
course,
no, obviously different scenarios, and obviously Jason too, different scenarios here, what you're doing. But I'm not going to, I will never, ever talk crap about the Yankees. I'll always do that in a sarcastic way. I'm always going to root for them no matter what. Me and Evan and Jason, when we do live play-by-plays, we always, even when they're down, we always hype them up. We want them to win. We want them to win. We never, ever want them to lose. This is the difference between
All right.
games. Okay, good.
They are on the mound, and I'm going to drop you guys down.
Perfect.
Thank you for coming up.
No,
and
respectful.
Paredes is actually throwing, so he's going to stay in the game. All right. So thank you for coming up during this rain delay.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ken. Thank you.
And it looks like Paredes is throwing some warm-up pitches. We're about to get this one underway. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Currently have 24 votes, so thank you for everybody who has participated in our poll. Most appreciated. Currently, we're at 19 likes, 11 away from our goal of 30. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. As you know, we've been in a rain delay for about an hour or so, and we're about to get this one underway. Score is tied up at 1-1. And currently the active scoreboard, Nationals lead the Pirates 5-1 in the top of the seventh. As you know, we are tied at 1 in the bottom of the third. Orioles lead the Reds 3-0. White Sox are in a delay with the Guardians. And the first pitch is underway, and that is going to be a fastball call, strike one. Jose Caballero is up to bat. Count is 0-1. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Rain delay is officially 53 minutes. Next pitch is out of the way, and the sweeper catches the middle of the strike zone for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2 on Cabby. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way. This is chopped out of the third base line. Lee fields it and fires across the diamond to get Paredes. First out. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. Wells is hitting 153 on the season, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, and a 488 OPS. Wells is currently in a 2-for-35 slump with 13 strikeouts. And the first pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is an elevator shaft home run. Tristan Gray is backing up into shallow center field and makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. He is 1-for-1 on the day with our only hit, a solo shot home run in his first plate appearance. And Paredes sets. First pitch is on the way, and Grisham fouls this one straight back. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this is hammered. It hits the first base bag and rolls into right field. So Grisham is going to have a 2-out single. So Grisham is 2 for 2. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. 0 for 1 on the day. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Rice. Rice lined out in his first plate appearance. And Paredes sets, fires, and the pitch is in the dirt. Sweeper almost hit Rice. Count is 2-0. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is low and away. Count is now 3-0 on Rice. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the top of the strikes. Count is 3-1 on Rice. Paredes sets and fires, and Rice fouls this one straight back. Count is now full. 3-2. All right, Ben. Time to get nasty, baby. Let's get a hit. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to right field. A second hits the second deck and bounces into the stands for a 2-run homer. That is Rice's 24th home run of the season, went 357 feet and traveled at 101.7 miles an hour. And the Yankees take a 3-1 lead. No problem, Nick. So the Yankees are now up 3-run. Jason Dominguez is coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and Dominguez hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. And Paredes sets and fires, and this one is slapped down the third base line. Lee is going to knock it down, but not be able to have a play. So that is a single. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0 on Bellinger. Bellinger is 0 for 1. He lined out in the first inning. And Paredes sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Dominguez takes off and steals second base, his 5th stolen base of the season. That was down low. So the count is 2-0 on Bellinger. Runner at second base with 2 outs. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger chops this one foul down the first base line. Count is 2-1. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 3-1. And they show Cole warming up in the bullpen. And Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for ball 4. Catcher is going to challenge. Not sure what. And the pitch is confirmed that it was a ball by 0.7 of an inch. So the Twins are going to lose 1 challenge, 1 remaining. So Bellinger is on first, Dominguez is on second, and Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. Looks like they have a mound visit going on. Pitching coach is coming out to calm his boy down. So the home plate umpire breaks up the conference. And Goldie steps into the box. Paredes sets. Checks on the runner at second. Pitches all the way, and Goldschmidt fouls it straight back. Count is 0-1. All right, Paul. Time to do a little bit of bingo. Situational hitting 101. And the pitcher steps off the plate. Dominguez is bouncing around. First disengagement. And the pitch is all the way, and that is called strike 2. And that is going to be challenged by Goldie. That one looked at least 2 to 3 inches off the plate. And the call is overturned. Count is 1-1. That was 2 4/10 inches off the plate. Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. And Paredes sets. Pitch is all the way, and the fastball's off the plate. Count is even at 2-2. Brady sets and fires. The pitch is swung on and missed by Goldschmidt for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the third, but not before they add 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Ben Rice. So the Yankees have the lead 3-1. Heading to the top of the fourth is going to be Cody Clemens, Josh Bell, and Royce Lewis. And I'm going to step away from the mic for just a half a quick click. Got to grab myself another drink from the fridge. So I'll be right back. And I am back. Welcome, Joe. And the first pitch from Cole to Clemens is on the way. And that is called strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the first base line. Count is 0-2. Cole sets and fires. That pitch is up high. Count is 1-2. Clemens is 1 for 1 on the day with a home run. Cole sets and fires, and this ball is hammered past off of Goldschmidt's glove. Clemens is rounding first, heading to second. Goldie throws to second. Caballero makes the catch, but not in time. So that is going to be a leadoff double. Coming up to bat is Josh Bell, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. First pitch is on the way, and the changeup is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Cole turns and fires to second base. Clemens is back. And Cole sets and fires, and that pitch is going to paint the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-2 on Bell. Cole sets, checks on the runner. The pitch is on the way, and Bell swings and misses at the pitch for strike 3. That is Cole's 5th strikeout of the game. Coming up to bat is Royce Lewis, 1 for 1 on the day with a double in his first plate appearance. Cole sets and fires, and the first pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-0. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is down low. Count is 2-0. Cole sets and he fires. The pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1. And Cole sets, pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 2-2 on Lewis. Lewis calls timeout. And Cole sets. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 3. Second out, so that's the 6th strikeout of the game, 2nd of the inning. Coming up to bat is Victor Caratini, 0 for 1 on the day. And Cole sets. First pitch is on the way, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Caratini flew out in his first plate appearance. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 2-0. Cole checks on the runner, sets, and fires. That pitch is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1. Cole is at 71 pitches. Cole sets. Checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is even at 2-2. That one was a 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Cole sets and fires, and this ball is hammered between McMahon and Caballero. Bellinger gets the ball and fires home. Clemens rounding third, and he is going to be in there safe. And Caratini is going to move to second on the throw. So the Yankees now lead 3-2. Kreider is coming to bat. I thought Bellinger was going to gun him for sure, but wet grass, who can tell? First pitch is on the way, and this is skied to the right side. And Wells is going to chop it in front of Goldschmidt and knocked the ball away. Damn it. For love of Pete, come on, Austin. That is way out of your zone for catching. That was a nice, easy play for Goldschmidt and well screwed it up. So that one is not going to be scared as an error. Pitch is on the way, and this is a bounce foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. So that's one additional pitch that Cole shouldn't have had to throw. It looks like Brett Hedrick is warming up in the bullpen. Next pitch is on the way, and this is chop foul. Count is 0-2. Two pitches that Cole shouldn't have had to pitch. Pitch is on the way, and that is up high. Count is 1-2, so that's three additional pitches that Cole shouldn't have had to throw. Actually, four additional pitches. And Cole sets, checks on the runner. And the batter is going to call timeout as Cole starts to go into his windup. And Cole sets, pitch is on the way, and that is going to paint the outside corner for call, strike three. That's going to do it for the Twins, but not before they score a run. So the score is 3 Yankees heading to the bottom of the fourth. Coming up for the boys is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr., Ryan McMahon, and Jose Caballero. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 26 votes. Thank you for those who have participated. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Here on Yankees The Ugly Truth, we always strive to get 30 likes in any of our play-by-plays. We're currently at 18. So if you haven't, please ring the bell, hit the like button, and share the channel out. Here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we're at 785 subscribers, 5 away from our next milestone. So if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. If you like live play-by-plays, well, we certainly call them. If you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them. And if you like open panels, I host them. I had one last night, and during the rain delay, I hosted another one today. So thank you for Nick and Jason for coming up. Most appreciate the support. Good conversation. And for today's scoreboard. The Cardinals beat the Cubs 17-1. In the bottom of the eighth, the Nationals have a 7-1 lead on the Pirates. Heading to the bottom of four, Yankees lead the Twins 3-2. Top of the eighth, the Orioles lead 3-0. White Sox and Guardians are still in a rain delay. Braves lead the Mets 4-2 in the top of the seventh. Rockies lead the Giants 7-1 the bottom of the third. There is no score in the Astros and the Rays game. First pitch is on the way, and Jazz hammers this one down the right field line, and that one is going to drift just foul. He wrapped the foul pole. First pitch is on the way, the next pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer off the plate. Count is 1-1. Paredes sets. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz is going to swing and miss at the sweeper. Count is 1-2. All right, Jazz, just a little bit of bingo, baby. And Paredes sets, pitches all the way, and that is way up high. Count is even at 2-2. Paredes sets and fires, and Jazz swings and misses at the sweeper for strike three. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. First pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is inside. Count is 1-0 on Big Mac. Ryan is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in his first plate appearance. Paredes sets and fires, and McMahon swings and misses at the cutter up high. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is out of the way, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 2-2. And Paredes sets, pitch is on the way, and McMahon hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count remains 2-2. And Paredes sets, pitch is on the way, and that is way up high. Count is now 3-2. Paredes is at 71 pitches. Brady sets and fires, and the pitch is hammered foul into the right field stands. Count remains 3-2. Looks like Funderbrook is warming up in the Twins bullpen. Next pitch is on the way, and McMahon fouls it straight back. Count remains full as we head to the ninth pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch is on the way, and that is up high for a ball 4. So McMahon is going to strip his gear off and head to first base. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. Cabby is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. First pitch is on the way, and Caballero swings at the sweeper for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and Caballero fouls it off. Count is 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to the right side. Clemens is tracking it, and he makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Wells. And Paredes sets and fires, and Wells swings and misses at the changeup. Count is 1-1. Paredes sets and fires, and Wells swings and misses at the sweeper off the plate. Count is 1-2. Wells popped up to the shortstop in his last plate appearance. 0 for 1 on the night. Paredes sets and fires, and this ball is grounded to Clemens. He sets and fires to Lewis, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. Yankees are going to leave a runner on base. Coming up in the top of the fifth is going to be Tristan Gray, Luke Keachel, and Trevor Larnach. Chat is awfully quiet. How are you guys and gals out there feeling about the game? If you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 26 votes at this time. So thank you for those who have participated. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Currently, we are at 18 likes. Our goal for every live play-by-play is 30, so we're 12 away from our goal. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And it looks like Garrett Cole is going to be coming out to pitch the 5th inning. And the first pitch is on the way, and this is line to center field. Grisham is on his horse and is going to make a fine running play just short of the warning track for the first out. So Gray is retired, 1 pitch, 1 out. Cole is at 79 pitches on the game. Keachel is coming up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day with a line out in his first plate appearance. And Cole sets. First pitch is on the way. And the curveball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Cole sets. Pitch is on the way. And this ball is hammered past a diving McMahon. It's going to go into the corner. Keachel is rounding first. Bellinger fills it and fires to third. So that is going to be a stand-up double, 1-out double. Coming up to bat is Trevor Larnach. That one was just out of the reach of McMahon. Larnach is 0 for 2 on the day with a flyout and a strikeout. So Larnach is the leadoff hitter. And the pitch is on the way. Changeup is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Cole sets and fires, and the changeup is a bit low. Count is 1-1. Cole sets and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Cole sets and fires, and this ball is grounded to Jazz. Jazz is going to fire it to Goldschmidt for the second out. Keachel is going to move to third, so the Twins have a runner at third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Lee, 0 for 2 on the night. And Cole is calling Wells out to the mound. Cole is at 85 pitches. And the meeting on the mound has broken up. And Cole sets, pitches on the way, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Lee has a ground out and a strikeout to his name tonight. Next pitch is on the way, and that changeup is down low. Count is 1-1. And you can see the rain still falling in the stadium. Next pitch is on the way, and this is skied to left field. And Bellinger is calling Caballero off, and he makes the play for the third out. So the runner is going to be stranded at third. Coming up to bat is going to be Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, and Jason Dominguez. 1, 2, 3, and that's what we're going to see. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 27 votes. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. As you know, for every live play-by-play, our goal is 30 likes. We're currently at 19, so 11 away from our next goal. And from today's scoreboard, the Nationals are leading the Pirates 9-1 in the top of the ninth. Yankees are leading the Twins 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Orioles are leading the Reds 3-0 in the top of the ninth. White Sox and Guardians are still in a rain delay. Braves lead the Mets 4-2 in the top of the eighth. Rockies lead the Giants 7-2 in the bottom of the fourth. In the bottom of the fifth, there is no score in the Astros and Rays game. Let's go Astros. And the next game starts at 9:38, and that's going to be the Red Sox and the Angels. 9:40 is going to be the Marlins and the Athletics. So we're about 10 minutes away from a couple of games starting. And for those of you that are here, if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, we offer live play-by-plays almost daily. We drop shorts almost daily. And if you like open panels, I host them regularly. And it looks like Cody Funderbrook is coming in to replace Mike Paredes. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 2 for 2 on the day with a home run, leadoff home run, and a single. First pitch is on the way, and that is called strike one. I think that one was a little high, but Grisham is not going to challenge. Next pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Funderbrook sets, fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 2-1 on Grishbaum. Pitch is on the way, and that paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 2-2 on Trent. Funderbrook is a left-handed pitcher. And he sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed by Grisham for strike three. And that is the first time they've retired Grisham tonight. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, 1 for 2 on the night, a 2-run homer in his last plate appearance, and a line out in his first. Fodderbrooks sets, pitches on the way, and that is a fastball low and away. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and this is chop foul. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper almost clips Rice. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Rice hammers this one at Lewis. He fields it and heads to first base to make the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez, 1 for 2. And he is switching to the right side of the plate. First pitch is on the way, and Dominguez chops it foul. Count is 0-1. Fodderbrooks sets, and he fires, and that pitch is way inside. Count is 1-1. Ball goes all the way to the backstop. Dominguez is 1 for 2 on the night with a stolen base. Pitch is on the way, and Dominguez hammers this one foul down the third base line. Count is now 1-2. Next pitch is on the way. Dominguez swings and misses for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the 5th. Coming up in the top of the 6th is going to be Clemens, Bell, and Lewis. 2, 3, and 4. And let's see, is Cole going to work his way out into the 6th inning? Chat is awfully quiet. You guys got anything to say? Any concerns? Any things that you're happy about? Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. We have 28 votes in our active poll. So if you haven't, please let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Thank you for the 28 who have participated in the poll. Currently, we are at 20 likes. Our goal for every live play-by-play is 40. So if you haven't, please ring the bell, hit the like, and share the channel out. Your support is always appreciated. And here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we are at 785 subscriptions, 5 short of our next milestone of 790. If you like live play-by-plays, I call them almost every day. If you like shorts, I drop them almost every day. Not my own, of course, but video shorts. And if You like open panels? I will host them regularly. My last 2 open panels last night during the night off and this afternoon or this evening when we were in a rain delay. And it looks like Brett Hedrick is going to come in and replace Garrett Cole. So at this point, Cole is eligible for the win. Clemens is 2 for 2, a home run and a double RBI. First pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Hedrick sets and fires, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Hedrick sets, pitches on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. Clemens is down on strikes, and that is going to be Hedrick's first strikeout of the ninth, 7th on the night for the Twins. Hey, Sean. Welcome to the stream, brother. And Josh Bell is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch is on the way, and Bell swings and misses at the slider. Count is 0-1. Hedrick sets and fires of the slider or splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is down low. Count is 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. Next pitch is on the way, and this is skied to right field. DeBiggins is tracking it, and he makes a bunny hop catch in front of the wall for out number 2. Man, every time the ball is hitting his direction, my heart stops. Coming up to bat is Royce Lewis, 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. Hedrick sets and fires, and Lewis swings and misses at the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way. The splitter is way off the plate. Count is 1-1. Hedrick sets, and he fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is out of the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Twins. They are retired in order. Coming up in the bottom of the 6th is going to be Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. For those of you that are history fans, our own Sean Browning is the proud owner of the True Historian. He dropped a fantastic short. So, Sean, if you could, please drop the link to your short. I recommend going over and checking it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Welcome to the stream, Kaz. Thank you. This is last year's 4th of July hat. I screwed around too late. Couldn't order this year's one. And it's $60. I'll go with last year's. I like that one better than this year's anyhow. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We are at 29 votes. Sorry to hear that, Kaz. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are currently at 20 likes, 10 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. So if you haven't, please ring the bell, hit the like button, share the channel out. And here at Yankees Ugly Truth, we're at 785 subscribers, 5 short of our next milestone of 790. So if you're not a member of the Yankees Ugly Truth family, you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels, this may be the place for you. My last open panel was hosted last night. Actually, it was this afternoon during the rain delay. First pitch is on the way, and the cutter is up high. Count is 1-0. Bellinger is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Next pitch is on the way, and the sinker catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Bellinger fouls it off. Count is 1-2. Come on, guys. Their bullpen is weak. Let's get to it, add some runs, and be done with it. Next pitch is on the way, and Bellinger reaches and chops this to Clemens. Clemens flips it to Lewis at first, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. And Sean has dropped the link to his short. How many views do you have so far, Sean? Views and likes. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch is on the way, and the cutter is inside. Count is 1-0. Goldie has a flyout and a strikeout. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight off. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldie hammers this one to center field. And Kreider is back, but makes the play on the warning track for the second out. That was a good swing by Goldie. Might have not hit the sweet spot on the bat. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm, 0 for 2 on the day with a pop out and a strikeout. First pitch is on the way, and Jazz bounces this one to Lewis. Lewis fields it cleanly and steps on the bag for the third out. So the Yankees are going to go down in order, 1, 2, 3, and that's all we saw. Coming up to bat is Victor Caratini, Kreider, and Gray. And let's take a look at our active scoreboard. Earlier today, the Cardinals beat the Cubs 17-1. Nationals beat the Pirates 9-5. As you know, heading into the top of the seventh, Yankees lead the Twins 3-2. Orioles beat the Reds 3-0. White Sox and Guardians are still in a rain delay. In the top of the ninth, the Braves lead the Mets 5-2. In the bottom of the fifth, the Rockies lead the Giants 11-2. In the bottom of the sixth, the Astros and the Rays are tied at 1. Let's go Astros. In the bottom of the first, the Angels and Red Sox have no score. In the top of the first, the Marlins have scored 5 runs and lead 5-0 over the A's. And just getting underway are the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Next game start is 10-10, the Padres and the Dodgers, and the Blue Jays and the Mariners. And that is your scoreboard for today. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, drop your vote in our active poll. We are at 29 votes. All right, that's good starting out. And it looks like Paul Blackburn is coming in to replace Brett Hedrick. Hey, Robert. Yes, we are ahead. If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. We are at 21 likes, 9 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. And Blackburn steps up to the mound. Caratini is coming up to bat. Yes, Cole is eligible for the win, Robert. And Blackburn sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Blackburn sets. Next pitch is on the way. And this is bounce to Jazz. Jazz sets and fires. And that is going to be the first out. Coming up to bat is Kreider. 0 for 2 on the day. Yes, sir, Robert. Agree with you completely. Kreider has a ground out and a strikeout under his belt tonight. And the first pitch to Kreidler is fouled down the first base line. Goldie is tracking it, and that one is going to make the stands. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball is just off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Blackburn sets, pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And it looks like Trevor, Rogers, and Orze are warming up in the pen. Blackburn sets and fires, and the four-seamer is up high. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on a miss for strike 3. So Kreider is retired via the K, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Tristan Gray coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and the changeup is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Gray is 0 for 2 on the day with a line out and a strikeout. And Blackburn sets and fires, and the curveball is in the dirt, but it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Gray. And Blackbird sets. Pitch is on the way, and Gray swings and misses for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Twins. Hello, Jonathan.
So the Yankees still works.
And the Yankees lead the Twins heading to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2.
Very difficult.
And it looks like United States Navy is in the house. Lieutenant Dennis Sheehan Clement is the military member of the day. He served during Vietnam, so thank you, sir. Your support is always appreciated. Don't know what the hell happened there, but I am back. So, how are we feeling about tonight's game? Coming up in the bottom of the 7th is going to be Ryan McMahon, 0 for 1 with a base on balls, Jose Caballero, and Austin Wells. So, thank you for all of you military veterans out there. Appreciate your service. So our chat is awfully quiet. How do we feel about the game? For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We are at 29 votes. And if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. We have 22 likes, 8 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. Yes, Kaz, I'm sorry to hear about your loss. And Orzi is on the mount. First pitch is on the way, and the curveball paints the outside corner for call, strike one. Orzi is a right-handed pitcher. And the pitch is on the way. The fastball is up high. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and McMahon hammers this one down the right field line, and that is going to be fair. McMahon is rounding first, heading to second, and he is going to be in there with a double. The ball ricochets off of McMahon, so he has a leadoff double. So welcome back, Ryan McMahon. That would hit the back of McMahon's helmet. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. First pitch is on the way, and Cabby swings and misses at the slider. Count is 0-1. Cabby has a ground out and a pop out to his name tonight. Orzi sets. Situational hitting, brother. Come on, let's do it. And this pitch is lined into center field. It's a single, and McMahon is being waved home, and he is going to score without a throw home. So the Yankees now lead 4-2. And that is an RBI single for Jose Caballero. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And Orzi sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Wells. Wells is 0 for 2 on the night with a fly out and a ground out. And Caballero is taking a lead. And there's a pickoff attempt at first. Caballero is back in there safe. And, of course, the Yankee faithful are booing the pickoff move. I think it was actually a legitimate attempt. Pitch is on the way. Caballero takes off, and he is going to be in there for his 20th steal of the season. Pitch was in there for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. And Orzi sets, checks on the runner at second, pitches on the way, and Wells shows bunt. He drops one down the first base line, and he is going to just be gotten. Caballero is going to advance to third, and it looks like we may be taking a look at this one because I think that Wells might have actually beat it out. And he is out just barely. So that is going to be a sacrifice for Wells. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 2 for 3 on the day. A single and a home run. First pitch is on the way, and they say that Grisham did go around. I think that was BS, but count is 0-1 on Grishbaum. And Orzi sets, pitch is on the way, and Grisham hits a towering fly ball to middle right field. And Caballero is tagging. He comes home and he scores. So that is a sac fly for Grisham. And the Yankees are now going to lead 5-2. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, 1 for 3 on the night with a 2-run home run. First pitch is on the way, and that fastball is down low and away. Count is 1-0. And Orzi sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 2-0 on Rice. And Orzi sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 3-0. You're absolutely right, Sean. Captain Clutch is back. And Orzi sets, fires, and that pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1 on Rice. Next pitch is on the way, and that splitter is down low, so that's going to be a ball 4. Ben Rice strips his gear off and heads to first base. Jason Dominguez coming up to bat, 1 for 3 on the night with a single, stolen base, and a strikeout. Situational hitting, situational hitting, situational hitting. Orzi sets. First pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to right center field. And this one is going to be caught on the warning track by Kreider. That's going to do it for the Yankees, but not before they plate a pair of runs to take a 5-3 lead, giving the Yankees a little bit of breathing room. As we head to the 8th inning, coming up to bat is going to be Keachel, Larnick, and Lee. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 30 votes, so let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we strive for 30 likes for every live play-by-play, and we are currently at 22, so we're 8 away from our goal. If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. You are right, Kaz. And both of our returners have contributed to runs on the board tonight. Something that we've been desperately missing, and Defense has been solid. For those of you that are here, if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, we have 785 subscribers. Our next milestone is 790. We are 5 subscribers away from our next milestone. If you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels, well, Yankees Ugly Truth may be the place for you because I do all of those. My last 2 open panels, one was last night, had a lot of active participation, and we had another open panel during the rain delay, the 53-minute rain delay today. And it looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in to take over for Luke Keachel. And Cruz sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a fastball in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Nice slider by Cruz. Keachel is 1 for 2 on the day with a double in his last plate appearance. And Cruz sets and fires, and the splitter misses just outside. Count is evened at 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is tapped up the middle. Caballero charges and cannot handle it. So Keachel is going to beat that one out for a infield single. Coming up to bat is Trevor Larnach, 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch is on the way, and Larnach swings and misses at the splitter. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. All right, they are reporting that Carlos LaGrange has a capsular strain, and he will not be throwing for the next 6 weeks. So he is definitely not going to be coming out of the bullpen to help us this year. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2. Larnach has struck out, grounded out, and flied out. 0 for 3 on the night. And the pitch is all the way. The splitter is down low. Count is 1-2. Yes, sir, he does. Hey, Evan, welcome to the stream. Next pitch is on the way, and that splitter is in the dirt. Count is now 2-2. There is a runner at first base with no outs. And Cruz sets. And he fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is inside. That is ball 4. So the Yankees are going to have, or the Twins are going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. Brooks Lee is coming up to bat. For those of you just joining the stream, the Yankees have a 5-2 lead on the Twins. Tying run is coming to the plate. Lee has a ground out, a strikeout, and a flyout under his belt this evening, 0 for 3. Cruz checks on the runner, sets and fires, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Lee. And the next pitch is on the way. And Lee swings and misses at the splitter. Count is 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Cruz sets and fires, and this ball is lined into left field. Bellinger makes the play. He throws into second. Runner is back safe. So there are runners at first and second with one out. Cody Clemens is coming up to bat, 2 for 3 on the day with a double, a home run, and a strikeout. And Cruz sets and fires, and the sinker catches the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way. The splitter is in the dirt. It kicks away from Wells, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is going to take it and step on first base. That is the second out. Runners advance to second and third. Josh Bell is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. It looks like they're having a little bit of a bout visit. Goldschmidt and Wells. It looks like David Bednar is warming up in the pen, just back from paternity leave. And Cruz sets. First pitch is on the way, and the splitter is just a bit low. Count is 1-0. Ed Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low. Count is now 2-0. Cruz sets, and the pitch is on the way, and the slider is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a foul down the first base line. Count is 2-2 on Bell. So can Bell get the hat trick tonight? Let's hope so. My Jedi sense says a splitter is coming. Cruz sets, pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low. Count is now full, 3-2 on Bell. Two balls, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. And the pitch is on the way, and that slider is inside for ball 4. So Bell is going to take these gear off and head to first base. Bases are juiced full of Twins. Royce Lewis is coming up to bat. Matt Blake is coming out to the mound. Lewis is 1 for 3 on the night with a double and a pair of strikeouts. All right, Nando. It is time to get nasty, brother. And it looks like they're putting Fedco into pinch runner to replace Bell. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is going to be a fastball that paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. That's a huge temperature drop, Cavs. It's been in the hundreds here, and it is still hot as hell. Cruz sets, pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And Cruz sets, pitch is on the way, and the fastball paints the outside corner. Count is 1-2. Cruz, fastball up. Fastball up, brother. Changes eye level. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up and in. Count is 2-2. Now shoot the splitter. Pitch is on the way. Fastball is fouled straight back. Count remains 2-2. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way. And this is bounce to McMahon. McMahon sets and fires to second base to record the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Twins. Cruz works in and out of trouble to preserve the 3-run lead. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is going to be Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yes, Bednar was warming up in the pen. He is back off of maternity leave or paternity leave and will be coming in to close the game. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We're at 30 votes. And as you know, our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 likes. We are 5 away from our goal. We are at 25. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And here on the Yankees The Ugly Truth, we have 785 subscriptions, 5 short of our next milestone of 790. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family and you like live play-by-plays, well, I call them almost every day. If you like shorts, I drop them almost every day. And if you like open panels, I host them. I had an open panel last night during our ARF night, and during the 53 main rain delay, I had a second one. So if these things appeal to you, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. And in our active scoreboard today, Cardinals beat the Cubs 17-1. Nationals beat the Pirates 9-5. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees have a 5-2 lead on the Twins. Orioles beat the Reds 3-0. White Sox have a 3-0 lead on the White Sox. First pitch is on the way, and that is up and off the plate for ball 1 to Bellinger. Braves beat the Mets 5-3. Top of the 9th, the Rays lead the Astros 3-1. And in the top of the 3rd, Red Sox lead the Angels 4-0. Marlins lead the Athletics 7-0. And the Brewers lead the Diamondbacks 2-0. Padres lead the Dodgers 1-0. And there is no score in the Blue Jays and Mariners. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And Orzi sets and fires. This ball is bounced to Lewis. He fields it cleanly and steps on the plate or the bag for the first out. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch is on the way, and Goldschmidt swings and misses at the slider. Count is 0-1. Goldie has 2 fly outs and a strikeout tonight, so it's time to get in the hit parade. Next pitch is on the way, and the splitter is inside. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined at Lee at third base, and he makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 3 on the night with a pop out, ground out, and a strikeout. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up and away. Count is 1-0. Yep, I reported that earlier, Saw. Next pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1 on Jazz. And the next pitch is on the way, and the curveball is down in the dirt. Count is 2-1 on Jazz. Not a problem, Saw. Hey, Tiffany. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is down low. Count is 3-1 on Jazz. Freed through a 30-pitch live hitting session 2 days ago, and looking like he will be back probably by the end of the month. Next pitch is on the way, and Jazz bounces this to Cody Clemens. He sets and fires to Lewis for the third out of the inning. So looks like David Bednar is coming in to try to close this one out. He should definitely be rested. Coming up to bat in the top of the ninth is going to be Victor Caratini, Kreider, and Gray. And between the three of them, they are 1 for 9 with 4 strikeouts. So for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Our goal for every live play-by-play is 30, and we are currently at 27, so 3 away. And if you haven't seen it, we have an active poll. This is our last chance to get into it. We are at 32 votes, so thank you for those who have participated. Most appreciated. And here on Yankees The Ugly Truth, we are at 785 subscribers, 5 away from our next goal milestone of 790. So if you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels, I do all of those. My last open panel was during the rain delay, but prior to that, it was last night. So if these things appeal to you, Yankees The Ugly Truth may be the place for you. My open panels invite everyone in the chat to come up and talk a little bit of baseball. And it is official. David Bednar has replaced Fernando Cruz. And the first pitch from Bednar is a fastball down low. Count is 1-0. Caratini is 1 for 3 on the night with a RBI. Next pitch is on the way, and the curveball is down low. Count is 2-0. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and that 97-mile-an-hour fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 2-2. And Bednar sets, fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed for strike three. First out of the ninth. Coming up to bat is Kreider, 0 for 3 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And the pitch is on the way. The fastball is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Wells is going to challenge this one. And it's confirmed that it's ball, so the Yankees lose one of their two challenges. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 1-1 on Kreider. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Nice curveball. Count is 1-2. And Kreider is taking time out. So is Kreider going to earn his hat trick for the night? Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is swung on a miss for strike three. So that is Bednar's second strikeout of the inning. Hey, John. So they are down to their last out. Tristan Gray is coming up to bat. 0 for 3 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. So can he earn his hat trick? First pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. No problem, John. Bednar sets and fires. The curveball is inside. Count is 1-1. Bednar sets and he fires, and the splitter is way off the plate. Count is 2-1. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and he swings through and misses on the splitter. Count is 2-2. So the Twins are down to their last strike, last out. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is just fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Bednar sets and he fires, and that pitch is just off the plate. Count is now 3-2. And Wells is going to challenge this one. And it is confirmed that it was a ball, so the Yankees lose both of their challenges. And the pitch is all the way, and it is going to paint the outside corner for a call. Strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Twins. This miserable 7-game losing streak is over. The Yankees are going to take this one 5-2. So they're actually playing New York, New York. So thank God. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button. We are at 29, one short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. And I'm going to end the active poll. We had 34 votes. Will the return of McMahon and Grisham help stop the bleeding and end this losing streak? 68% said yes, without a doubt. 26% said I have no clue. And 6% said no, the bats will be asleep. Congratulations to the 70% who had faith in the Yankees. And the numbers for tonight, Yankees had 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Twins had 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Yankees take the game 5-2. Garrett Cole is going to get the win, and Paredes is going to take the loss. David Bednar is going to get his 17th save of the game. I want to thank everybody who has hung with us in this long, miserable losing streak and in this stream. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. And I'm going to end in my traditional fashion with Let's Go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great night.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, isn't that? Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.